Yo, yo, yo. It's Marcus Terrell. Hey, Dan, how you doing, bro? You all right? How's it going? No? Okay. Oh, they cut into you today. Oh, shit. Well, you're still alive, so that's good. You're still alive, bro, so you're good to go. If you're still alive, you're good. Oh, man, that sucks. As long as it's a long way from your heart, you're all right. Hey, well, that's good. Yeah, yeah. It's always going to be a pain in the ass. Something I don't ever look forward to. Hell no. No thanks. No thanks. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Hey, Age of Aquarius, how you doing? Yes, the ongoing birthday continues. Yeah, my day was good, productive. I did a few things that I needed to do. Still haven't got my car back, so I don't know. I didn't call there, so I left it alone because every time I call there, I just got the answering machine. Well, she posted up that her internet was all messed up, so maybe that's why she's not on. I think she said she was coming on Thursday or something. Maybe she was taking a break today or something like that. No idea. I read her community page. She was in here earlier today. When I was on early in the afternoon, I was on like about, I don't know, 2 o'clock, I think. 1, 2 o'clock. Probably earlier than that. I can't remember. Yeah, she was on in my earlier life. Yeah, Dan got caught up today. Ouch. Feet. Yeah, I don't know what that hell. Damn piece of popcorn stuck in my teeth. I was wondering what that was. That's why I hate eating popcorn sometimes. It gets stuck all in your teeth. Oh man, that's no fun. That is no fun, that's for sure. Last time I got cut open, it was in my back, in my lower back, where my back meets my ass crack. I had a cyst back there, an ingrown hair cyst, and they dug all into it to get the root of the hair out or whatever it was. It was nasty. I was off of work for 2 months because I had to wait to heal back. It was gross. I'll never forget. I was working and I was like, "What the hell?" Felt like a big ass zit. I can just feel the bowl back there. I was like, "What the hell is this on my fucking back?" So then I went in my car and I sat back in the chair and I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "This thing is right on like where my ass meets my back." Went to the hospital and then they were like, "Yeah, we have to operate on you right away." So I was like, "You gotta be joking." And I was like, "Yep, we gotta do it right now because that shit is not good." So I ended up getting operated on right then and there. Everybody's like, "What the hell? You were fine." I was like, "Yeah, it's just a stupid thing." And then after they analyzed it, and then they were like that, because I was working construction at the time, and they said that sometimes when you scratch in certain places with dirty nails from like construction or something or dirt, it'll um it'll do something. No, no, I didn't have to sit on a donut, no. But it was like not really, the only thing that I couldn't do was like squat. Because if I were to squat, it'll split it back open and it'll bleed. And I always had to face down when I went to sleep. I always face down anyway, so I was good. It wasn't painful at all. I never had any pain. That's the weird part. I never suffered from any pain. I just like I went back to work and then I went to squat down to do something and I felt it like open up a bit, like the skin ripped, and I put my hand back there and it was bleeding. I was like, fuck. So I had to like put a bandage on it. A nurse had to come to my house to every day and she came in the morning and she would wash it all out and disinfect it and then put a new bandage on it. It was pretty deep. It was like about 2 inches deep. So they had to get to the root of the cause. And I never had it ever since. I never had any cysts ever. But the doctor said after he checked it afterwards, like about 2 months later, he checked and he says the problem was like um, me scratching back there or something like that. And he says, you must have infected it with your nail. And I was like, I don't know, I can't remember. But He says what happened, it'll develop over time, and then that's it. And I was like, oh well. Hey Rudy, how you doing? Glad you're home. So that I done that operation. That was like maybe 15 years ago. And then when I was 20, when I was 19, 20, I took all four of my wisdom teeth out, and I got put down for that. I had stitches in my mouth. Those are the only two operations I ever had, which is great. It's beautiful. I just pray every day that I don't have nothing ever. So I hate the hospital, and I'm not, I don't want to deal with no damn hospitals. Just go in there yesterday to get my dad. I was like, oh, fuck, I don't want to be here. But yeah, those are the only two operations I had. And then when I was like maybe 4 or 5, I had a Superman cape, and I put it on and I tried to fly, but it didn't work. And I hit the coffee table and split my head. I still have the scar like right up top here on my head. It's a little small little white scar. So I had to go to the hospital and get some stitches. But that was like when I was like 4 or 5. Then my mom took away the cape. She was like, "You ain't flying around this damn living room, boy." Nah, I don't want to do all of that. No, no way. I don't want to see no blood and no surgery, and I don't want to even be in a hospital. I don't want nothing to do with the hospital at all. I want nothing to do with the hospital. No thanks. I could never be a doctor. I could never be a nurse. Even if I was the last job I can ever get was a hospital, I wouldn't even go. I have this thing about hospitals. I just don't like it. And for me, it's worse because I'm a medium. So spirit will be in there distracting me all fucking day and all night. I wouldn't get no work done. All out here is spirit all damn day. Come to room 4. Come to room 5. Come to the second floor. You have to talk to this person, please. Look, give me the fucking man. Go away. See, I can't be in there. I don't want to be around there. Hell no. No thanks. Oh hell no. Yeah, Dan, that sucks. I don't want nothing to do with that stuff. I remember in 2008, my dad got really sick, and he went to the hospital, and he had to get a stent put in his heart, in his by his heart or whatever. But he didn't get it done here. He had to go away and get a referral because they couldn't do it here in Bermuda. So I was in there fucking off the doctor. Him and I had words. He called security. I had to leave. My dad was all like upset. And then the next day, he got a referral to go to Baltimore. And my sister and my mom went with him. And he was back in within a week, and he's been fine ever since. Well, not really, but at least he didn't die. Yeah, I don't deal with medicine. I don't. I just do all natural things. Sometimes when you need it, you take medicine, but I try not to take any of that shit and put it in my body. That's another thing that a lot of people complain about was the vaccine. I never got that. Refused to get it. My oldest sister, she's a school teacher, and she's got her 5th one, I think. She just got another one the other day. I told my mom that girl's she's mental. I would never get that shit. And she still got COVID. And I was laughing. I was like, yeah, there you go. What is it doing? What are you putting that shit in your body for what? you're an idiot. You're still gonna get it regardless. And you're still gonna die regardless. So it doesn't matter. Get over it. Put your faith in God, for crying out loud. And my mom said that my auntie and uncle in Canada said that ever since they got their like shots, they've been worse. And I was like, well, because it's not meant for people's body. It's not meant for some people. Some people, it's like water; it'll go right through you, and some people it affects you. It's not for everyone, and it definitely ain't for me. No thanks. There's a lot of things, even pills and all these liquids and shit and all this stuff. It's unnecessary. You gotta keep that shit away from your body. It's bad for you. Oh hell no. Natural part. Yeah. Yeah, Aquarius, that's a lot of natural products are good. But nowadays, the thing is with natural products and organic shit and any food of any sort, like people got to understand that everybody's body's different. So some people can't eat fruit, some people can't eat bread, some people can't eat lobster. So life is trial and error with food and drinks and all sorts of shit. Like it's hard to like really analyze the whole situation and see what you're allergic to, what your body can deal with, what it can't deal with. So it's very difficult to like analyze the whole food situation and what's good and what's not. Yeah, it's everybody says certain things are healthy, but it's not healthy for everybody. That's what people gotta understand. Not everything's healthy. Not everything is healthy. What you think is healthy really isn't. And sometimes, you know, you never really know. Let me see here. Rudy, I see you donated. Thanks. You want to know about your love life in what way? What do you mean? Anything specific? Yeah, but that's what I've been doing my whole life because a lot of things that they say you can't eat, you can. And then you have to see how it affects your body. Like a lot of people say that this is bad, that's bad, or this is good, that's good. But it's only for certain people because what if you're allergic to it? Or what if you like your body reacts to it and it's been a bad way? That means that it works for you, but it doesn't work for me. I know some people who, you know, have drank Coke and Pepsi all their life and nothing happened to them. But me, I can't drink that. I can't drink soda like that. If I drink soda a lot, I'm gonna have an acid reflux medi. Like I'm gonna go crazy, and my whole body's gonna shut down like it did before. Yeah, exactly. Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I can never go vegetarian. To be honest, I can't do that. Like that's just to me. I've been when you're brought up eating meat all the time, and the way I look at it is like God put meat on the earth so we can eat it. Um, I have a vegan friend, but he eats fish, and that's the only meat he eats is fish. But he's a vegan, but like not really 100%. He won't eat steak or pork or anything like that. And then some people say, "Oh, you're not supposed to eat pork at all. It's bad for you." Blah blah blah. But it's only bad for people's bodies that can't handle it. Some people can't digest certain things. Some people can. So it's like it's a trial and error thing. That's what I always say to people. Like, what's good for you might be bad for me. You know. Mm. Just like a lot of my friends can't eat lobster, but I do. And they're like, how could you eat that shit? That's like the cockroach of the sea. And I'm like, well, don't you see the meat is white? God put it on in the water for a reason, bro. It's for us to eat. And animals eat it too. Sharks eat lobsters. Other animals eat other animals. It's normal. It's okay. But some people just can't handle it, you know? I just don't like the vegan people who say, you should not kill animals. Oh, you're killing vegetables then, idiot. You know, just shut up and do what's right for you and stop talking about like don't kill animals and don't do this. Animals kill animals. Humans kill humans. What's the difference? You grow vegetables and eat them. It's the same shit. So some vegans are like retarded and I don't have no time for them. But if you keep to yourself and don't judge me for eating meat, and I'm not going to judge you for just eating like, vegetables. I know a lot of people who just eat vegetables. I don't judge them. I don't care. You do whatever is right for your body. Some people can't handle meat. It's life. Yeah, exactly. Aquarius. Yeah. All right, Rudy, let me see. Will you find someone new? Is Terrell and you're going to reconnect again? Hey, Juanita, how are you, sweetheart? How you been? You have a good day today? Um, Rudy, what I'm getting with Terrell, I don't think you guys are gonna reconnect again, but you might like speak at one point, but it's not gonna be till like some other like further down in the year. Like I asked if you guys are gonna reconnect again or be together again, it's telling me no between you and Terrell. But it is saying that looks like you guys will make peace at some point in time, like in the year, like you'll make peace but not be together, like or not reconnect, but just talk and be like, you know, I'm moved on or whatever, and I'm that type of thing. Like just make the peace if that's the case. If you guys still talk here and there, then I feel like that'll continue. If you're not talking, then maybe you're gonna end up like talking once and then that's it. Been good, had a good day, just came in from walking the dog. Oh, cool, nice. I'm glad you had a good day. Yeah. Mm. As far as like someone new that you can be in a relationship in the next 6 months, I don't get anybody decent. I just get like a person who is deceptive, someone who will act like they're good, but not really. Someone who is not really like, marriage material or boyfriend material. I'm getting like the guy that you can meet in the next couple months. They have like issues and they work hard and they don't really want a relationship. You might talk to them or something like that, but they're not going to be really into you or into a relationship or anything like that. They rather work all day and not worry about a relationship. But I feel like you have potential to meet people, but or meet guys or whatever, but it's nothing like concrete where you're going to get yourself into a love relationship. Yeah, I keep getting like the same thing. I don't know why the hell my cards are sticking. All right. So again, I get the King of Pentacles reversed here. I get guys reversed. Like I just get nobody like that you can really be in a serious relationship with, you know. But I feel like you'll have conversations, you'll have like friends and things like that. And I feel like you're gonna have hope and you'll have like your wishes to have somebody. But like it's just like I don't see nobody that's really a good match or a good, you know, a good person like this year. I don't think like it's gonna be anything really, really concrete. I feel like you'll meet somebody, you'll meet people, you might date here and there, or you might, you know, be open to it. But I don't see like a serious relationship at all. I see like guys who just want, you know, their cake and eat it too. Yeah, but you'll meet people, but I don't think you're gonna like be like, okay, yeah, this guy's great or this person's great. You know, I want to date this person. I found the one. I don't think that's gonna happen. But if you're saying for some reason you're not ready to date ever since your breakup, then that's probably one of the reasons why I see the cards the way they are because you're actually not ready. So, but even if you aren't ready, you're still gonna like meet people and they might ask you to go on a date or something. But um, I don't see anything where someone's gonna sweep you off your feet, that type of thing. Which is good though. You know, focus on your working and focus on yourself. Focus on yourself and your finances, like you said. That's a good thing to do. Trust me. It's not about like being in a relationship all the time. I mean, a lot of people they focus on that too much, and that's what ruins their life. You know, people actually think that they have to be in a relationship or they have to have somebody. Some people actually, you know, want to be in a relationship, you know, all the time and always want to be with somebody. If they lose somebody or break up with somebody, you know, they want to automatically like get back into a relationship and all that type of stuff. But you know, I don't know why people are like that. Like, just enjoy your life. You know? You don't need nobody to complete you. But people are always like, you know, some people get hit on all the time, and then it gets them so frustrated that they don't even want to be in a relationship because all they do is get hit on all the time. Even if a woman has a big rock on her finger, it doesn't even hold a guy back from like not going after. You know, because some guys are idiots like that. Unfortunately, like that's how, and it discourages some people getting hit on constantly or having to deal with idiots all the time. My sister said when she was married, she would get hit on, and now that she's divorced, it's the same thing. It doesn't stop, and the people don't even care. She says the men don't even care if she's married or doesn't want anybody. They don't even know how to take no for an answer. That's definitely uh that's definitely true. And it's also a sign of, you know, this is my wife. Keep your hands and eyes away. But I don't care, you know, I don't care about the rock on your finger or not. It's the person that has to make that decision. So if you're marrying somebody that wants to be friendly and fuck around on you and cheat on you, then that rock's just gonna be taken off when she takes off her clothes too. And then she'll put it right back on and act like she's married. Or she is, but you know, but she wants her cake and eat it too. I saw one of my high school friends today, and I haven't seen him in like maybe 10 years. Uh, and he said he got married and divorced within 4 years. He had a heart attack. Um, and he's like, he says he lives amongst his means, and he even admitted it. He admitted, like he just said, like I just spend my money. I don't care because tomorrow's not promised. I live like as if I'm gonna die tomorrow anytime. Because once I had a heart attack, I realized that if I can have, I'm possibly can have another one. And I'm like, well, don't you want to get better? Like he goes, oh, it doesn't matter. I was like, all right, bro, I'm not judging you if that's what you want. Go for it. I hope that God spares your life and you get to enjoy it. And he said, okay, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I said, yeah, man. Do whatever you want, bro. Fuck it. You know, you could be the fittest person in the world and still have a heart attack. Yeah. And that's why a lot of men have a bad name. And that's why a lot of women don't want to deal with a man because they think that all men are the same. And really, all men and all women aren't the same. There's decent people out there. It's just that they're with somebody. Or the decent guys don't want to take a chance anymore and be with a dumbass, person or a gold digging hoe or whatever. Or they need to find or test the person to see if they're really decent. So it's always I always say like a relationship is a 24/7 job. Even if you're married, it's a 24/7 job. If you don't take care of him, someone's gonna take care of him for you. That person might get fed up. That might, you don't want to do anything. You want to stay home. You don't want to do shit. They're gonna explore their options, and then somebody's gonna make them feel special, and then next thing you know, you're getting a divorce. But that's how it is, though. It's been like that forever. Before we all were born, it was like that. Divorce was always there. People act like it's a new thing. It ain't. It's been there for years. My dad said that his grandfather got divorced and got remarried, and that was over 100 and some years ago. So, it's life. It happens. No problem, Ninja. No problem. Oh, absolutely, Aquarius. But see, the thing is, like cheating, when that person cheats for the first time, you can never trust that person ever again. Even if they never cheat ever again in their life, I still can never trust that person. Or if I know you cheated on your man or your or whatever to get out, and then you're gonna say, "Well, I'll never cheat on you because I love you more." I'll never believe you because you're always gonna have that in your life. There you go, Dan. See, that's the Aquarius way. You know, that's the Aquarius way. So yeah, it's a task, but a lot of people, even when people get divorced, the first thing they do is go find somebody so that way they can prove to the other person that oh yeah, I left. We got a divorce and I went and found somebody else because you know in their minds they're like, I'm gonna prove that I don't need you, and I'm gonna prove that you were the problem, and and not me. Meanwhile, the person that runs off and goes and finds someone else is the fucking problem because you just proved it. You just proved it that by going and get somebody else right away, you prove that you're the problem because you need somebody else. You know? Yeah, well, they should be working on themselves, but they shouldn't even have to work on themselves if they're married, because that you should be like, if you got married, you know who you're supposed to know who you married. And if you think you're gonna get married and then just slack off and do nothing, oh yeah, I'm married, I done my job. A lot of people think that, especially guys. A lot of guys think, oh yeah, I got her, I married her. I put a $5,000 ring on her finger. I give her all my money. We have a joint account. She just takes my shit. As long as she's got money, I have sex. I have everything I want. You know, now I'm gonna pump some kids out of her and make sure she don't go nowhere and cheat on me. People have a sick mental mentality And it's sad, like that people are like that they just don't even know what marriage and love is. It's sickening, to be honest. I can't stand that. Like marriage is should be a very sacred thing to you. If like, you should like you, when you say your vows to each other, what's the sense you saying it and not doing it? You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. Is there anything you would forgive and reconcile with that person? No, hell no. Nope. Let me tell you, I don't forgive anybody for anything they've done. If you've done me wrong, I don't care who you are, family, friends, girlfriend, wife, you disrespect me and you do some dumb shit to me and I don't approve of it, then that's a wrap. I'm not, God is the only person that can forgive you, not me. And people should not forgive anybody. I don't believe in forgiveness, to be honest. I really don't. I believe in forget you, delete you, and go away. Because if I forgive you, that means that one, you can come back into my life and do the exact same thing I forgave you for. I'm giving you another, by forgiving you, I'm giving you another chance to go at me again. That's my opinion. Some people have a different outlook on that. But one of my cards that I made, it says, forgive yourself for dealing with these people, with that person. Forgive yourself for dealing with them. That's what the card says. And that's why I made that card, because I will forgive myself for dealing with your dumbass, for disrespecting me, because I allowed you to be in my life. I allowed you to enter my life, and then I didn't take the red flags. You destroyed my life, or you disrespected me, or you lied to me, or you cheated on me, whatever the case may be. I'm not going to forgive anybody for that. Hell no. Mm-mm. Those things are unforgivable, in my opinion. But God's the only one that could really forgive you. That's my opinion. He's the one who says, look, I forgive you. I know deep down inside you want forgiveness. I know deep down inside you made a mistake and you're worthy of forgiveness. But me, I'm not. No way. No way. I don't expect anybody to forgive me either if I did something wrong to them. But I ain't forgiving nobody. And people know that about me. I don't forgive. I don't forgive and I don't forget. And I'm not going to let you back in my life again. Hell to the no. Well, love is many things. Love to me is honesty and trust. If I can trust you, I can love you. If you're honest with me and you prove your honesty and prove your trust, then I'll love you even more. Because that's what love really is to me. It's like it's trusting somebody and knowing they're not going to do something bad to you. Because once you earn trust and once you have that trust, you can love that person so much that they're not going to do no dumb shit. But how many people can you really trust? Not too many. I can't even tell you how many people I trust right now, because you can change tomorrow. You can fuck me over today. I don't know. A lot of people that are on social media, they can be saying they're somebody and they're not. I've caught a lot of people out like that in the past few years. Some people be like, "Oh, I'm so and so," blah blah blah. I'm like, "Yeah, nice to meet you, cool." Then when I start, challenging their intellect and I figure it out, I'm like, "Yeah, you're not the person you say you are. Here's the switch up. Here's the person who you really are. It's lying, conniving, POS." So I really don't have time for that shit. I really don't. I rather be, with like-minded people, with decent people, and that's it. If I say I love you, I mean it, but I can also get rid of you at the same time. I can love you today and hate you tomorrow. That ain't no problem with me. I'm like a switch. Yvette, how you doing, sweetheart? You all right? I see you sent for a question. You can go ahead and ask. Thanks. I know I'm a different breed. I don't forgive anybody. And if you aggravate me, then I'm gonna block and delete you. That's how I am. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to have people like all up on my shit all the time, aggravate me every day, all night. I don't like even when I'm in a relationship or I have a friendship, I don't want to talk to you every single damn minute of the day. If I'm living with you, obviously we're gonna speak every day. Unless we're fighting, which I is not gonna happen. Hopefully not. But I think people have a lot of different opinions about love and what it means, but that's what it means to me: trust and honesty. All righty, Ben, I'll check that for you. You know what? I think it's going to be difficult to like reconnect or like stuff, but I do see it happening, and it could happen in the next few months. I would say like from now until like next 2-3 months, there's a chance that you guys are going to talk again. Um, I actually got good cards on it, to be honest. I just think that this guy Travis is very overburdened, and he had a tough time in his life, where he's having a tough time, or he did have a tough time in his life, and he was dealing with you. Like he might have been working a lot, he might have felt a lot of pressure. He might felt like he had to solve his issues and couldn't really like you know it affected the way he talked and affected the way he dealt with people. So I think your falling out had something to do with, his life and what he was going through at the time. But I do get that you guys can possibly, see each other again and talk in the next few months. I actually got all good cards, but I just feel like right now he feels overburdened, or he was feeling overburdened at the time. Like he wasn't feeling himself. Maybe he was a little selfish in what he said to you or how he treated you. So, like, you know, yeah. So that's the I got the 10 of wands here in the middle. So between both of you. So I feel like, that's the reason why things didn't go the way it should have went. But there is a definite or not a definite, I can't be definite about anything, I can't guarantee anything, but the cards are definitely saying that you know there's a possibility that you and him can reconnect and talk and see each other, and that can happen in the next 2 to 3 months. So I get, yes, it can happen. Hey Mike, what's up, bro? You good? Oh, it's good over here. Good to see you, man. So Yvette, and you know what? He thinks that you're very understanding, and he thinks that if he were to come to you and say, "Hey, Yvette, look, I know we fell out. I wasn't in a good place at the time. You know, um, let's at least we can talk or whatever. Would you like to talk about it?" And he knows that you would accept that. Like he knows you're a good person. So I think that he will offer that, you know. Okay, Mike, no problem, bro. So Yvette, I would say like from now until like March, April, I feel like it can definitely happen. And there's a good possibility that you guys will connect again and talk. And I think he knows that, you know. I think he knows that it wasn't right for him, but now it is. Or in the next few months, it can be. I got good cards. I actually got the king, the queen, you, and in between that, I just got like a overburdened feeling. Just some problems that had to be solved in order for you guys to go back and be cool with each other. Yeah, I think you guys will be all right. I think that he might, yeah, I think that he knows that it was messed up. But I think you guys are gonna re-encounter it in somewhere, or because you're in the same field. I feel like you guys will like have an encounter where you'll see each other and he'll speak and he'll explain himself and you guys will be cool again, you know. And I think it can develop back into what it used to be. It's a possibility there, just because I see good cards overall. So that's good. I hope so, Yvette. I mean, I feel like it can happen. There's no sign telling me. There's no card in here telling me it's not going to happen. So that's good. Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like he might just, come up to you and say something when he sees you. But right now, like I feel like he's still like not doing that great. He's still got some things going on in his life. So once he sorts all of that out, things will be better. It'll make him feel better or feel like he can talk to you about it. But I still think right now he's still like going through some things. But hey, who doesn't, you know? All right, Mike, you can go ahead and ask your question when you're ready. And thanks. I got the donation. Appreciate it. Yeah. So it looks good, Yvette. Looks like you guys will be cool again. I think he wants the same. Sometimes you get out of somebody's energy and then you end up reconnecting later on. It was like today when I walked into this store. I didn't even think I was going to see the guy, but I saw one of my friends from school that I was with in school my whole life, and I haven't seen him in over 10 years. And we live in the same damn country, so I haven't seen him. And we saw each other. We talked for a while, you know, had a good laugh, talked about shit, and that was it. Sometimes people are in your life for that, that time frame, and then you don't see him forever, and then you see him again, and you reconnect and whatever. Sorry to hear that, Mike. I hope she what she can do with that stuff is like um what I would suggest you her to do is go get like a go boil 2 cups of water and let it cool off and get like 7 teaspoons of sea salt, put it in a glass bowl. It has to be a glass bowl, a see-through glass bowl, and a clear glass bowl. And just put the water in there, put the salt in there, and mix it around, and just put it underneath your bed before you go sleep. And it'll take away the negative energy that's around there that's going into her her dreams and stuff. It could be like spirit fucking with her, and we got the new moon coming up, so it creates those dreams sometimes. And if she has like lavender oil or lavender, you just put like a couple drops on your pillow, and then it'll make you feel better. You can do both of those things, and it should be fun after that. What I'm getting here is the reason why she's having those dreams, and the meaning of it is it's a past thing. It's past stuff. If she's dreaming about past things, um, and the difficulty she's been through from the past, and how depressed she was or how she felt, that could be like she might have like some nostalgia or reminiscing about things. Maybe she goes to bed and says, you know what, thank God, like in her mind she says, thank God I'm not in the same place I was a year ago. I'm better now. Or but when you say those things, you kind of like bring it to your bed and into your dreams sometimes. So that could be it too. um it's also like I said, it could be just constantly thinking about what's going to happen next, not to go back into any old ways or any old systems or any things like that, or making worthwhile changes. If she's like constantly thinking and thinking and thinking, then that's probably what it is. Like, oh, that overthinking will make you dream and go nuts in your dreams. But I don't see, like, I think that she's fine. Like her personally, I don't think she's doing anything out of the ordinary to have these bad dreams. I just feel like it could be just in her mind, just constantly thinking about the past and thinking about those things. So when you start to think like that, it manifests in your dreams. But if she doesn't want to dream like that, and have those things, obviously, then I would suggest doing those two methods that I said. It helps. It'll get the negative energy, whatever's in there, or just make her feel better when she goes to sleep. Yeah. Yeah, I get like things. If she was dreaming about her past, then I would say that's probably why it was intense. That's what I keep getting. It's like a past thing that she could be dreaming of, or the past might be coming back, to like in her mind. So she keeps thinking of things like that, or it just happens that way. But I don't get nothing bad around her. I just think that it's a mind thing. When you go to sleep, sometimes you be in bed, you be like, yeah, whatever, thank God I'm fine, or whatever. Or you just mad. The last thing your brain catches is something negative or something from your past, or it's just like just having the bad dreams for a couple of days. But the sea salt and water and the lavender drops will help. I guarantee it. It's what I recommend people to do. And sometimes you can get like a bottle of water like this and just put it on next to you when you sleep. Do that. There's a few things that I know, like that I suggest people to do. It all depends. You can do all of them and it'll help. But like just putting like a cup of water or a bottle of water next to you when you go to sleep, it deflects the energy. anything negative, because water is pure, right? So, well, I mean, like I said, I'm not getting anything negative, Mike. I know it was negative, but I don't get like any type of like bad demon type shit around it. Could, like I said, it could be like something like when I say past stuff, like how you say, I defeated my demons from the past, things like that. It's just like, also it could be like watching movies too. When you watch movies and shit, sometimes it programs your brain to like think of crazy shit or see crazy shit or even think of it. But that's what I'm saying. She needs that protection. If she's dealing with demon stuff, then I would say that she needs to get that, the sea salt and water and stuff like that to like deflect those type of energies or thoughts. I'll just check something real quick here. Yeah, I just think she says she understands and still fighting her demons. Yeah. I feel like it's just like I feel like it's just, just trying to escape from, if she was trying to escape from this demon or whatever, or running away from it, or feeling like it was trying to get her. It's, when you defeat your demons and you start to do good shit, the devil don't like that. The devil's gonna try to get in there some way, somehow, and fuck with you, like, and they're gonna try and mess with your thoughts, and they're gonna try and do things to make you go back to where you was. That's why I said what I said, because usually that's what happens. Like when you have bad dreams, that's like bad trying to come back because you've already evolved from it. So it's trying to like, just to scare her a bit. But I don't get nothing really negative. I just think that it's a mental thing, like a mentality thing, like it's all in your mind type of thing. Let me tell you, I'll tell you about dreams. My dreams don't make no damn sense. I have the stupidest dreams in the world, and I don't even know what the hell they mean. But it's not a warning that she's getting. It's nothing like that. I just think that because she's secluded herself in a good place in her mind and in her life, there's always like that test. Like I said on here the other day, but God doesn't work to get you on his side. The devil does. Because God doesn't have to work to get you on his side. He's already sacrificed for you. He's already showing what the sacrifice he's made. So he ain't gonna keep on doing it. You see what I'm saying? So if you follow him, you're good. But the devil's like, come here. I want you. I'm gonna stick this fork in you and I'm gonna roast you over my fire. And you're gonna be mine. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. So that's why she's getting those dreams, because it's trying to like get her. It's trying to like mess her up mentally, what mental wise, like messing up her mentality. So try to like do that. I keep seeing yeah, exactly, Juanita. Yeah, that's like a old time people trick that they told me from way back. Like I've known that for so long. But yeah, you can have sea salt, but the sea salt with the water is like a double banking type thing, because the water, what happens is I've proved it to people. A guy named Mark, his name is Mark as well. He's a lot older than me. He has a channel on YouTube too, and I learned from him a few things. And he tells you like to like get that clear glass bowl and put 7 teaspoons of like sea salt. There can't be no other salt. It has to be sea salt. And then you get like some warm water where you see the steam coming out of it, so it melts the salt, like dissolves the salt. And then if you leave that somewhere for like a week or two, the water will be gone and the salt will stick to the glass. And then you take that glass when it has no water in it or just a little bit, and that salt, sea salt stuck to that glass, you take it outside and you wash it out with a hose and you put it on the grass or the soil or sand. You put it back into the earth where it belongs. So you take it out, you take that negative energy out of your house and you put it into the ground. So it goes. You know, when things die, they go in the ground, right? So you have to put that negative energy back into the ground. And that's what I recommend people to do. And as soon as you clean that bowl, you do it again. If you have an issue, you keep getting rid of it. It sucks all the bad energy into that bowl. And you got to imagine it going in there and believing it goes in there. And another thing you can do is get a lemon. You get a lemon and you put a lemon in your room somewhere. Like make sure it doesn't, go anywhere where it's going to stain something. You can put like a piece of paper underneath it. And just put a lemon in your room for about 3 or 4 days. If that lemon goes like spotted brown or it goes like black real quick, like in this news, it's all this color. It's dissolving the negative energy. It's telling you had negative energy in there. There's so many ways to detect negative energy, and it's all cheap and it's all natural things that have been proven. You can sage, you can use Palo Santo, you can use frankincense, you can use a lot of things to get rid of bad energy. But the best thing you can do is it's all in your mind. If you believe you have negative energy, then you will. If you believe you don't, then you don't. It's all in your mind. It's all a mental thing. You know? But if she's having those bad dreams, that's what it's probably, you gotta do. You gotta do that stuff. Even if you have a diffuser, like go get some like frankincense like this, frankincense oil. Just put some drops in there of some water and let it all that the fumes circulate all in your room, and just that scent and everything will it deflects negative energy and any type of bad spirits. Or you can get like the Palo Santo stuff, and you can use the stick too. You can burn the stick of Palo Santo in there for a little while, and it'll help. And I got some real, if I have a real serious problem, then I have to use like this. This is called dragon's blood. You mix it with water and you spray it. You don't burn it or anything like that, or you don't like let it go off in a smoke bomb or something. You put it in a sprayer with water and you spray it all over the place. Just keep spraying it everywhere, and it smells so nice, and it just deflects all the negative energy. No problem, bro. But there's a lot of things you can do. Like everything I said, you can do, and it'll help, and she'll be fine. Trust me, she will be. If you do all those things, the demons ain't gonna come around there. They're gonna be like, damn it, let me go somewhere else. Let me go bother somebody else. Yeah. But my friend, my Muslim friend, he has a shop here and he makes these oils himself. And I said to him, look, I need something that's going to take all the negative energy, because my brother-in-law, he's like the devil himself. So I said, look, he left the house finally, but I know there's a spirit in there. I'm trying to get rid of him, and I can't. It's like I have to get him. I have to do something to get his ass out of there and the spirit. So I used this for 3 days and he was gone. His ass left. And we were shocked. We were like, good, his ass is gone. Fuck him. And then his grandfather was here in spirit roaming around. So I got my friend to come here and we saged his ass out of here. And then he went through like this window and left the residue on the screen and slammed the door behind him. I've dealt with some crazy energy. But like if you're that's the thing, the devil energy and demonic energy, that shit's all made up bullshit. Like it's just it exists, but you can get rid of it. You can get rid of it because it's good over evil, you know. You can get rid of it. You have the power in your mind and the power to use all these things to get them out of there because they don't like it. You know. Yeah, when my brother-in-law left this house last year in May, end of April, May, he said he was gonna go, but he was just lying. He was just saying like he was gonna go, but he didn't. And then I used this stuff to get him out of there. And I had to be careful, you know, because he had cameras and shit. But I did it for like a whole week. And then the following week he left. He just texted my sister and was like, yeah, I found the place. I'm getting out of here. I don't want to be here no more. I hate this house. I'm gone. Because they were already separated for like a month or two. And then when he left, I was in like the area, he was in like the garage, the workshop, the attic, and the fourth bedroom where he was living. It's all over that side of the house. It's in another section of the house. So his grandfather in spirit was there because I tapped into the situation and I saw him and I described him to my sister because I didn't know who his grandfather was. So my sister was like, yeah, that's his grandfather. You just described his grandfather. And he looked like the hermit, you know, the hermit card guy. That's who he looked like. Okay, Juanita, thanks, sweetheart. Take care. It's good seeing you. You too. Have a good evening. So, you know, he was in the room because everybody felt weird when they went up there. And I was like, look, I know the guy's here. I can see him. So I'm gonna get rid of him. So I kept chasing him around the house, you know, not like running after him or anything, but like I try to chase him out with like all this stuff I had, but it wasn't working because he was being stubborn. He didn't want to leave. So we pretty much I got my friend to come over and her and we double banked them together and she turned her back and she looked at me and then I saw the door go bam and the door shut and she jumped and she was like, oh my god, what the hell? And it was no wind, no nothing. It was him. He was so mad that he slammed the fucking door on his way out and he went through this window in the bathroom. And I had just cleaned everything. It was spick and span clean. And when I opened that door, all you saw was like yellow residue on the screen of the window where he had left. And then her and I went around the room again, and we were like, "Yeah, he's gone. He went through the bathroom window. Fuck him." So I tell people that story and my friend said if I wasn't here, I would have never believed this shit because she's like she can feel spirit, but she can't see it, but she felt him. And then but I said, look, he's right here. Keep coming, keep going, because he ain't gonna come through me. So bang, he went. Yeah, you can do that too, Aquarius. Yeah, I do that as well. I put them all together. Hey, Hermana, how you doing? Yeah, Mike, it was crazy, man. You know that's why you got to do those things to get spirit out. Because sometimes they want to hang around and they can't. It's like time to go, bro. You know. Unfortunately, you have to go through those things sometimes. And ever since I done that, Everybody's been going up there to the games room, to the attic. The boys play up there. We've had parties, and nobody felt no negative energy ever again. Even my own sister goes up there and she was singing and having fun. She goes, "Yeah, Mark, you're right. I don't feel it anymore." I said, "Yeah, it's gone. I got rid of that shit. That fucker's gone." I told him, remember when he left, I said, "Look, go hang out with him. Go hang out with your family. They don't live here no more. You're not welcome here anymore. You're not my family. You're not our family. Goodbye." But he was pissed. And when that door slammed shut, my friend looked at me and she was like, if this didn't happen and you weren't here as the witness, I would have thought this is bullshit." I said, "I told you he was here." And she was like, "You saw him?" I'm like, "Yeah, I saw him. I saw him leave. He's gone now." And she went around the room and she's like, "Yeah, you're right. I don't feel him anymore." I'm like, "Oh yeah, he's gone. I just needed your help. I can't. If not, I'm gonna keep going around in circles. Sometimes you need like that double banking help." So she helped me and it worked out. So I'm happy that, I had to deal with that. Sometimes you need help. You can't do it. I can't do it on my own sometimes. Nah, that shit don't scare me. Nah. It don't scare me because I know like I'm protected and I don't have that problem. I don't have that problem at all. I never worry like about spirit attacks or shit like that or people doing. I'm had so-called witches come around and say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna curse you and your dog, and you're gonna do this." And the last woman that said that shit to me, she fell downstairs and broke her ribs. I'll never forget the lady. This lady called me. She goes, "You know that woman that said that she was a witch and she was gonna curse you and your dog?" She's in a chat room and she was telling this person that she fell down a flight of stairs and broke her ribs. I say, "Yeah, that's what happens when you want to talk shit and you want to say shit that don't exist and you want to act crazy. You get karma for doing dumb shit like that." Well, if you think you do, then the only way you're gonna get rid of is do those things that I told you. Yeah, Aquarius. This guy, he's got all the good oils. He's got everything. If I ever need to get rid of anything or deal with oils or protection or getting rid of negative energy, he's the guy I go to. And I just met him recently, like the last 2 years. But I had to see if I can trust him or not. But my psychic friend that I've known for like 15 years, she told me to use frankincense and Palo Santo together. And then I told her that the guy that I dealt with has the dragon's blood, and she said, "Well, that's hard to come by in an oil form, but they have them in like the incense form." So he actually makes his own, and that shit worked. Cause I went to him like 2 weeks later, and I said, "Yo, that shit worked, bro. I need another bottle of that shit so I can make sure it's gone for good." That's exactly what I did. And it smells so nice. You could put it on yourself and it smells like perfume. Yeah. People think that shit don't work. It does work. You know, it works. I have like sometimes people, email me or call me and ask me what they can do, and I'll email them or I'll videotape myself showing you how to like really do how to cleanse your house and how to deal with it. I'm done it plenty of times. What if it's nah, it wouldn't be in him because I would feel it. I would feel his negativity. I would feel his shit. It's not in him, Sarah. It's not. Don't believe that. If that was the case, he'd be doing all sorts of weird ass shit. He'd be going crazy. If he's not going crazy, Sarah, then he's good. See, the devil wouldn't even, if he had something bad in him, he wouldn't even be in this room right now talking to me, because that shit don't exist around me. It don't come around me like that. It never will. Ain't nobody that will come in here, the devil in them, gonna talk to me. It won't happen. The devil's scared of me. You don't want nothing to do with me. And I believe that wholly. Unless I convert myself to him, which ain't gonna happen. That's all bullshit. Don't believe that. If you believe it, then you're gonna receive that. You know what I mean, sir? Like if you believe you're cursed, or if you believe the devil's around you, if you believe those things, your mind's gonna tell you that that's it. You see, that's why I was saying from the very beginning of the reading that it's all in your mind. You have to manipulate your mind to not believe those bad things. You have to constantly believe that God's with you, you're protected. Look how far you've become as a person, right? You see what I mean? But see, because everyone doesn't do, those type of cleansing and those type of things, it's easy for, a negative entity to come around and to aggravate you. And they can do it in your dreams, they can do it around you. They can come around, but they know who to fuck around with. But I think that it's all in your mind, really. I'm not saying you're crazy or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is a lot of it is fear, and a lot of it is like, what if this is real? What if this person, this devilish shit's around me? You can't even think like that. That shit should never be in your brain. You should always be like, no, no, I got God on my side. I'm good. Let me ask you something. Do you and Mike have any pictures of Jesus, or you have a cross or anything like that in your room, in your house? Do you have any religious figures in your house, like God, Jesus, Mary, the cross, anything like that? Yeah, that's a good thing to do. You can implement a prayer. The thing is you have to thank Jesus and God before you even ask them to protect you. Thank them first. You gotta. I mean, we can't just keep asking, and begging, and trying to get. I mean, we also have to do. Not saying you don't, but you have to thank Him every day. Even if you can get your hands on some holy water, that's a good thing too, because if you have like a picture of Jesus or a cross with Jesus on it in your home, the devil ain't coming in there. That shit only happens in movies. The devil ain't coming nowhere. Where he sees Jesus, he's like, oh hell no. In my apartment, I have all stuff to do with Jesus and Mary. I have crosses everywhere. That's why I'm good. See? That's a good thing. Yeah, the Bible and the Bible verse. Yeah, but see, that's only a book and a verse. You got to have an actual picture of Jesus, or like the cross with Jesus on it. If you can get your hands on that or get one, that's a good thing. Yeah, I know, Sarah. Yeah, but that's what you got to do. You got to get like a symbol of God or Jesus in your home, and then as soon as, like, I doubt that was even there, but if you feel like you feel that, um, the anointing oil is different, to be honest. You have to have holy water is different. Holy water is different from anointing oil. Anointing oil is something like they put on babies' heads when they get baptized. It's like the very beginning stages. But I mean, you can use both, or you can use that, but I would say get holy water. Like go to a church and go get a just take a bottle like this and go put some holy water in it. It's simple. The more things you have symbolizing Jesus in your home, you will never have to worry about no devil shit coming around. That shit ain't gonna happen. The first thing I did when I moved into this apartment 15 years ago, the first thing I put up was a picture of Jesus and Mary. I got the cross over here. I got all these pictures of Jesus. I got symbols, candles, pictures. I got everything around here. I got so many pictures of Jesus. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have the cross 6. I have a cross right here. I have a cross on right here. Upstairs, actually, I have a candle over here of Jesus, and upstairs I have the Bible. 2 pictures upstairs. You know? And you don't have to be religious. You just gotta believe in God. That's it. And once you believe, then you receive everything, and you won't never have to even believe or think that you have anything bad around you. But that's up to you. That's like all about your thoughts and how you think. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you believe you have that around you, then you will in your mind, but not really in real life. So you have to program your mind to say, you know what? There's nothing around us, Mike. There's nothing around you. There's nothing around me. If you start thinking there is, then you're going to believe there is. It's mind manipulation. You have to manipulate your own mind in a good way. You know what I'm saying? But if you do the things that I mentioned, you should be fine. I guarantee it. Holy water is always good to go get from a church. And sometimes they have like a barrel, or they have like a silver like canister that you can actually like take the holy water from, the holy water. You can just like press it, and then it goes into your bottle, and you just take it in. You can bless yourself with the holy water. You take the holy water and you go like that, and boom, bless yourself every day. I bless myself. I have a bottle of holy water upstairs next to my bed on my bureau. And every day I wake up, I bless myself. And I say, God, protect me, keep me safe. That's it. I have a big ass bottle underneath my sink with holy water, so I'm never gonna run out. You're welcome. But trust me, just you don't have anything around you. If you believe that, then you're gonna think that. But there's nothing around you. I don't get anything like negative like that. It could be just like your fears and your worries, things like that. Aquarius, you said, does he ship internationally? No, no, he doesn't. No. He just does everything locally. Hermana, no, he doesn't. He doesn't have like holy water. No, I don't go to church. I don't go to church anymore. No. I believe that church is just a place that people go to dress up and to worship God. And most people that go church, they don't even know what the scripture was about, or the gospel was about, or they don't even know what they didn't even read a Bible. People just go to church for image. That's what a lot of people go to church for. I would say that maybe 30% of the people that go to church these days are actually listening and actually know. And if I had a microphone, if there's 100 people in church and I had a microphone outside with a speaker, and I said, "Hello, I just want to do a survey. You were in church today for an hour. Um, the readings. The reading was who? Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John? Um, shit, I can't remember. Okay, well, who? What was the gospel? Which was it? Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John? Uh, Matthew. No, sorry, wrong. It's Mark. I'm telling you. And then the homily, where in the Catholic Church, you call it the homily, where the priest goes and talks for like 20 minutes. You won't even know what the hell he said because all you're doing is looking at everybody, what they're wearing, what they're doing. You're hearing babies crying. You ain't worried about what they're saying. I guarantee it. I used to be an altar boy for 8 years. I'm Catholic, obviously. I had no choice. My parents, But I don't go to church no more. The only time I've been to church was last year when I went for my nephew. I was the godfather for my nephew. So in the Catholic religion, you have to do your communion, your confirmation. So in the confirmation, you get a sponsor to be your godfather. So I was my nephew's godfather last year. And this year in May, I'm going to be my youngest uncle's grandfather, godfather. And I have to go to church for one day in May. And, I go up there, I say, yeah, I'm, the godfather, bum, 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 and see you later. Hour and a half later, bye. Smell you later. But that's the Catholic religion. That's what they do. I'll go for my nephew. I'll go, but my church is right here. I praise God every day. I pray every day before I go to sleep. I pray all day, every day. I'm always, putting my trust and my faith in God always. If it wasn't for Him, I wouldn't be here. So, I ask for His help. He gives it to me. In return, I serve Him. That's all. Simple. You don't have to go to church. In the Bible, it doesn't say you have to go to church every Sunday. In the Bible, it doesn't say anything about going to church. It just says, praise me, God, and that's it. Simple. Church is just a place to go spend money, give it to a priest that don't give a shit about you, don't even know your name, just to maintain a church and a building so he can live in. And that money just goes right in his pocket and to pay the bills and just to talk shit to you all day about things you already know. Church is never going to be like it used to be. Church back in when I was younger was really good to go to, but now, when I was an altar boy, I loved going to church. I honestly did. I loved to go to church. I used to always be real into it. And then when I got older, I was like, look at all these fucking weirdos in the church. I don't want to be around here with all these damn people. I know you did this, you did that. Oh no, hell no. I'm not gonna be in the same place praising God with no devilish mofos like that. Hell no. And then when I went last year to be my nephew's godfather, they changed a lot of the prayers and a lot of the responses. Like they would say back in the day, they would say, "Oh, let's pray, blah 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 blah," and then you would say, "Thanks be to God." Now they say, "Thanks be to Spirit." Why the fuck you change the most powerful word and change it around for what? And what are you getting out of changing how you respond? When you say thanks be to Spirit, that's not good. Because you can, if you're in church saying that's contradicting why would you change God and Spirit? God is Spirit, yes, He's the Holy Spirit. But why change that? That don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So when I was in church, I was saying it the original way, and I'm looking around saying, what? They changed the fucking words? What the hell? I was like, yep, I made the right decision. I don't go to this damn place no more. Hell no. And the only other time I went to church was to a funeral. I went last year, February. This month makes 1 year I went to church. I went to a funeral. My friend hung himself and committed suicide. And I went to his funeral in church. But when I went to church, I sat there and I prayed and I cried. You know, I talked to him in spirit when I was there. I just said, I begged God to spare his life and put him in spirit with his family. And, that was it. I went about my business. I'm not going to church every Sunday wasting my time. Hell no. Uh-uh. My parents go to church every Sunday, but not me. My parents tell me all the time, oh, you always talk about God and Jesus, but you don't go to church. I said, that's why nothing happens to me and all this bad shit happens to you. And they look at me and they're so mad when I say that shit. I tell them, look how much bad shit happens to you. Any bad shit happens to me? No. You know why? Because I don't go to no church. No. There's all fucking bad people that go to church now. Oh, what are you saying? That we're bad? I said, no, you're not bad. You're one of the 30% of the good people that go to church, but you shouldn't go anymore. Those people are all evil that go there, man. Fuck those people. You don't want to go to church. You don't have to go to church to believe in God. You don't have to go to church to pray. You don't have to go to church to do none of that stuff. At one point in time, I used to go to church when it was like open, but nobody was in there. Like I used to go like during lunchtime at one point. When I first moved in here, like 15 years ago, I was going through a little rough patch in my life, and I needed to find God more. And I said, you know what, I don't want to go to church with everybody else. I want to go to church by myself. And hopefully nobody's there. So at lunchtime, I would go drive to the church that's right around the corner here. I used to walk in there, with nobody in there. I used to light a candle, make a donation, and I used to pray for a couple minutes and then leave. That's it. Good night, Ninja. Take care. But hey, what do I know, I always tell people like I'm only gonna go to church when I have to or when I need to for some reason, for like a sponsor or funeral. But going there every week, that ain't happening. Uh-uh. My church is right here. And I pray more. I can guarantee you, I'll put my life on it, that I pray more than people that go to church every Sunday. I'll put my life on that. And God knows that's true. I pray every day, all day. I'm always thinking and thanking God every day, no matter what. No matter how good or bad of a day I have, I constantly thank him every day. Constantly saying his name. And I'm going to stay that way because, like I said, I have every reason to. Absolutely. But you have to believe, and you have to believe it. That's why if you don't believe it, then you're going to have the fear and you're going to think that evil's around you. I've been through my share of, criticism and dealing with spiritual things. And some people say, oh well, you're a psychic, you're dealing with, you're using cards, it's witchcraft, it's this, it's that. And I tell people, let me tell you something. If what I'm doing is bad and I'm dealing with spirit, I'm dealing with, mediumship where I'm talking to dead people, isn't Jesus dead? Isn't Jesus the spirit? Isn't God the Holy Spirit? So what's the difference? Aren't you talking to him and praying to him? So how is what I do a bad thing? I rest my case. And they don't say anything to me. They just look at me and be like, yeah, fucker. He's right. Of course I am. What the fuck you think? You praise a man that you don't even know. You praise a man you can't see. You praise a spirit. So why can't I tap into your spirit and tell you what they're saying to you? It's the same thing. Now I was an altar boy for 8 years and I never had a priest do anything to me. Never. Nope. Let me tell you something. If that ever happened in Bermuda, which it never has, I've never heard of anything like that happening in Bermuda like that. Because here, we're totally against all that type of stuff. People can't walk around being like, molesting no kids or like even like homosexuality here is like people ain't accepting that. A lot of people here don't accept it. They're totally against it. They don't want nothing to do with it. It exists here, obviously, and it's a part of life. But in Bermuda, a lot of people will never accept it because it's not what they want. And the people who are, gay here and things like that, they're never going to be accepted by the majority because it's not what people here want. They're totally against it. So if we ever found out that a priest was molesting a child, that person would get beaten and killed. That person would be destroyed. So they would be too scared to do that shit and get caught. So that's why, like, I never had a problem with that. The priests, for me, were all good. They were all good priests. I missed some of them because they're passed away. But I served for a lot of good priests. They never did anything wrong to me. They always had, good intentions. So that's why I stayed there for 8 years because I never had a problem. Even for school, when we used to have school church like mass, I was the only altar boy up there, and they used to laugh at me. Look at Mark, he's wearing a robe. He's up there doing that. Night fucks am I doing that? I was the only one because I loved it that much. That was my thing. I really loved being an altar boy. It was fun. To me, it was fun, but to other people, it's like I look like a sissy, or I'm up there in a robe, or all that bullshit. But I never sat in the pews in the church. I was always up on the altar with the priest. Always. I was always there. Sometimes nobody showed up. I'll do everything. It was nothing. My parents loved that. I was their golden child because they wanted me to do all of it. My brother never did it. But I did. I enjoyed it. But yeah. Believe and you shall receive. That's my motto. If you believe, you shall receive. It'll happen. You just gotta believe. Don't ever believe that bad shit's gonna happen because it will. If you constantly stay focused on the positive things, then positive shit will happen. Trust me. It will. You just gotta believe in it. Took me a long time to get there, but I got there. Capiche? Anyway, it's 12:30 in the morning here. I'm gonna go get my ass to bed. Love you guys. Always a pleasure talking to you all. Hope you guys have a wonderful day tomorrow and a wonderful rest of the week. If I don't see you, have a great time, great day. Remember to believe that God has your back. Believe that all the past loved ones that you have in spirit have your back. Call upon them, talk to them, ask them to help you. You're not crazy. They will help you. Trust me. I'm living proof. All right? Believe Marky. If you believe in me, you be good. All right, Hermana, you too. Have a great night. It's good seeing you always. Love you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow.